I'm curious because you mentioned on the show that you and Karen have actually met each other on numerous
Mm-hmm.
occasions, but for some reason, and I'm quoting her here, she isn't impressed by you.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think that is? Because I've never met you before and I'm highly impressed by you. So I'm confused.
Well, thank you so much. It's really interesting because when I meet people, I don't need them to be impressed by me. I see you as a human being. You are cordial. We move on. So even her using that term, I'm not impressed, sort of speaks to the mindset, right? Because she knows all of the things I've accomplished. So she's almost saying like, I know what she's done, but that doesn't impress me. So she sort of plays her hand by saying that because no one on this earth meets somebody and the first thing you say is, oh, not impressed. No, you don't meet somebody to be impressed. You just meet somebody because you're meeting new people. But Karen gave herself away.
Very good call because, I will say it, Ashley Sip and See, she sort of snubs you in a weird way. Like she's not really saying hi to you, or maybe I missed it, but is there something I'm missing here? I mean, she might not be impressed by you, but not saying hi to you seems a little awkward.
Yeah, it is. And I just find it really, interesting because I come into the group and I'm talking to everyone and I want to get to know all of the ladies on an individual level without any preconceived, notions or anything I hear. So it seems like she's going out of her way to try to snub me. And, I don't know if it's because I stand on my own. I think that Karen comes into the situation as, the mother goose, and she wants to have that over people. But for me, I have a mom. Her name is Susan. I don't need you.
I have a mom named Susan too. There you go. Well, Karen was asked about you on her morning show appearance a little while ago, and she mentioned that you two have some friction, but you sort of get over it. And based on some of your recent social media posts, I have to ask if you agree with that and if that's true, because you seem to be coming for her a little bit as well.
No, it's so funny because the only reason I put that up is because if anyone knows me, if you see my social media, I don't get into the fray with all of this. I'm telling people go out and vote. I'm talking about how important this election is. And so when I hear that someone was on IG Live talking about me, they were on the morning show talking about me, and it's just like, I don't do any of that. So why do you continue to poke me? But yes, we have our moment and, we move forward. I would just like for that truce to be both ways. And, when you go on IG Live and you say that the profession doesn't matter, then that can't be both ways because I respect everyone, regardless of what they do.
Amen. And, speaking of getting into the fray, from the Super trailer, we see that later in the season, you and Ashley get into quite a screaming match, if you will. And you sort of, you tell her to put some respect on your name, which I really like. I mean, I think it's just very, very flat out and straightforward. What's going on between the two of you there? And does she put respect on your name?
Great question. So that dinner is a really interesting dinner. That dinner, I think for me, turns the tide in a lot of things. And it's funny because it's not turning the tide for myself and Ashley. That whole weekend was interesting. So people see me say, put some respect on my name. It's Dr. Wendy. All my friends call me Wendy. No one calls me Dr. Wendy, but it was more so a shade to her. Like, if you're going to address me, then address me correctly. Like, please know who you're talking to. And, it was a moment that after I said that, I was like, but in the same token, it was a heated exchange. And it just came from a place of don't disrespect me. Don't do that.
And I got to ask, you're a new housewife here. What is the one thing that you wish viewers learn about you as we sort of get to know you in season 5 of Potomac?
Oh, I think viewers, I hope you guys get to know that I have different layers, right? I am a professor, yes. I am a mom, yes. But I'm just a girlfriend to my sister friends. That's who I am. At the end of the day, remove all the accolades. I am just a down-to-earth goofball. And that's really who I am. Giselle always says there's Wendy and there's Wendy. And that's so true. Wendy is the people see on like TV or, going into a classroom. Wendy is just the homegirl that wants to have fun, that's like ordering shots. And I hope the viewers get to see Wendy because Wendy is fun.
Oh yeah. Well, both are fun. Both are fun. A little serious and a little fun. It's very rare on the show that I get to talk to someone about reality as well as politics. So you're kind of the perfect person to talk to about this, since this is your forte. And I have to get your quick takes on a few things.
Yes.
What are your opinions on Kanye West's presidential run? And I'm using that in air quotes only because it's unclear if it was a real run or not. What is your take?
I think it's a distraction, right? Because the truth of the matter is, just given where everyone is right now as far as surveys and polling, he's not going to be able to win this election. So then you ask yourself, so what is the point of it? And I think as a nation, we have to come to a point where we say, who do we want to run our country, and who do we want to make sure their qualifications are at the forefront? Unfortunately, Kanye West has not shown that he has what is necessary to reside at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And because of that, I do not think his election or his campaign is something that is beneficial right now.
And what do you think of Kamala Harris as Biden's VP pick? Are we happy? Do we think this is going to take them over to the leaderboard now and beat Trump in the fall? What do you think?
Kamala Harris is amazing. I know Candace says I am Black girl magic personified. No, Kamala Harris is Black girl magic personified. She is amazing. She's a breath of fresh air. She's not only the first Black woman, but also the first Asian American. I mean, come on, like, she just checks so many boxes. And not just to say that we have her as far as her aesthetics in the White House, but also the fact of just her strength, what she symbolizes. And so I'm just so excited. I can't smile enough. I mean, we're in the same sorority. Hello.
Come on now. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Amazing. But I'm super excited. I am excited.
Well, I am hopeful for this 2020 year to end positively, but I am just so happy that the Real Housewives of Potomac are back. I will respect your name, Dr. Wendy Osefo. Thank you so much for stopping by. It was great to meet you, and I cannot wait to see more of you in this season.
Thank you so much. Make sure everyone goes and votes.
Amen. Get out the vote, and people, make sure that while you're voting, you're also watching the Real Housewives of Potomac Sundays at 9, 8 Central on Bravo.